Hello, wonderful interpreters. Good afternoon. So I just wanted to share an email that probably most of you subscribed to LNI through email listing probably have received already, and it's actually updating February's letter regarding, continuing education credits, our certification, and how to keep our provider number regardless of our certification status, and how to maintain that those credentials with Dshs and still get paid through the process. So in February, they sent an email citing that if you were having your certification revoked, or you didn't receive continuing education credits, you didn't complete any of those, then you would need to request a reinstatement, right? Before, you would have to request that reinstatement with the Dshs and then update LNI with that information so you could keep on getting paid while getting tested. So there is a slight change to that, and so the Dshs made some changes recently through Washington Administrative Code, and so let me share with you that decision and what it means, so we could be on the same page. And this is just my reaction to that. And so let's go to that, and then I'll give you some links and some more information about what we're doing to help that situation as much as we can, right? So let's go to the source right there. And before I do that, whoops, that was not the screen that I wanted. First, let me go to the email address, and this is it, and do my float on top thingy right here. Okay, so now that that's set up and you see my face again, this is the email that most of you got, and it says right here, DSHS announces temporary reinstatement of certifications and authorizations. It says DSHS has just announced a temporary reinstatement of all DSHS certifications and authorizations that expire between April 6, 2019 and July 28, 2019. The temporary reinstatement expires on July 29, 2019. Please see the attached letter for more information. So we're going to see the attached letter, but what we're going to do first is that we're going to the language testing and certification page from DSHS, and we're gonna make okay, so I highlighted this blue right here so we could read it, and so it goes like this. Okay, temporary language testing and certification program, latest news. It says temporary credential reinstatement. DSHS has filed an emergency rule, Washington Administrative Code 388-03-1603. So the rule temporarily reinstates all DSHS certifications and authorizations that expire between April 6, 2019 and July 28, 2019. Sorry. Now, if you do remember, in February, they sent an email, and LNI requested or funded, I would say, testing slots for those losing their certification. So you would have to request temporary reinstatement or credentials until July 29th. So you would have time to test. If you fail to complete the credits, you would still lose your certification by April 6th, and then you would have time to retest, but then you would have to complete a form and request temporary reinstatement or credentials, right? So this decision right here changed a little bit how that works. It says this temporary reinstatement does not allow the interpreter or translator to earn missing continuing education credits. So, you won't have time to retake those credits that you missed. So you're still losing your certification if you didn't complete the credits. What this does is, it says, it does not allow the interpreter or translator to earn missing continuing education credits that's beyond April 6, or other renewal requirements which were due upon the original certification/authorization expiration date, April 6. Those who have not met renewal requirements will need to retest, but may continue to work using their reinstated credentials through July 29th, 2019, at which time their credentials will expire if a new certification or authorization is not earned. Okay? So it's just the same grace period that they were offering you. to be retested and get a new certification before the deadline of July 29th. If you do not get a new certification and you missed your credits, you will lose everything and would have to start from scratch again. Now, the process change right here is DSHS will not be issuing temporary credential reinstatement letters. Before, they want you to, by February, they wanted you to complete a form and request a reinstatement of your credentials. Now, it says right here, DSHS will not be issuing temporary credential letters to find certificates and authorizations that are temporarily reinstated through July 29th, 2019. Use these links right here, okay? And so these links right here are for the medical certified, most of us, and then the medical authorized, those that are not certified in their languages, just authorized, and then the social services certified and social services authorized translator. So the big difference in this with this notice is that as of today, you do not have to request, once again, DSHS to restate your credentials. They already did it through Washington Administrative Code right here. So you are temporarily reinstated without having to ask or request, fill out a form for credentialing temporarily. Does that make sense? So if you want to see if you are included in this process, if you missed credits, if you didn't complete your credits by April 6th, which is by Saturday, I think this week, you will be automatically here because you missed one of the 4 years of ethics, or you don't have enough continuing general education credits. And so if you click right here on medical certified interpreters, let's go there. Right there, you could see a spreadsheet right here with all these interpreters that are medically certified and whose credentials will expire on April 6th because they have not completed their credits. However, they are temporarily reinstated because of this Washington Administrative Code change. You do not have, once again, to ask for this reinstatement. You don't have to fill out a form. It is automatically done for you. So once again, that means that you have more time. You have the same amount of time, until July 29th to retest, and it doesn't give you any additional time to make up credits that you missed, okay? But it'll give you time to retest. It's the same thing, it's just that you don't have to complete a form to get that reinstatement. It's just automatically done for you. For social services certified interpreters, you can click the link right here under process change, and it's the same database right here. You could see if your name is there by April 6th, or if it is right now. If it is not right now, contact DSHS, let them know that you need to be on that list of temporary reinstatement, automatic temporary reinstatement. So with that said, because I don't want to make this video extra super long, you have the information right there. And then let's go to the document that L&I provided right here, the letter document, so we could go through the small changes with the L&I process, updating your information with L&I right here. So boom, we have it right here. Let me just close this real quick or minimize it right there. So sorry about that. Now I can see my face. Now I see it again. You have to see it. Okay, so with these instructions, you see right here, it says DSHS creates temporary reinstatement extending through July 29th, 2019. Once again, I'm not going to go through everything, but just to touch base, this letter updates information that we sent you in February about interpreter certifications or authorizations through the Department of Social and Health Services that were set to expire on April 6th this year. DSHS has filed once again an emergency rule through Washington Administrative Code that reinstates all DSHS certifications and authorizations that expire between April 6th and July 28th, 2019. So it's automatically reinstating it. You don't have to once again fill out a form requesting for these credentials to be reinstated. They just did it for you. So if you're losing your certification by April 6th, you'll still lose it regardless, but you'll be reinstated temporarily until July 29th, so you retest. this won't give you a chance to get any more credits. I have to pound this because some people are confused about this. Now, the temporary reinstatement is automatic. You do not need to request a reinstatement letter from DSHS. As it says right here, and then instruction for avoiding interruptions in payments. Now, this is for LNI. You still have to update your information with LNI, letting them know whether or not you're getting a new certification, if you're losing it, or if you retested, or if nothing changed because you completed your credits. You have to follow this. You have to do the following steps. Complete the following steps. So send the following to LNI: a copy of your updated certification authorization from DSHS or other organization. If you are waiting for a paper certificate from DSHS, LNI staff are reviewing the DSHS database and will know your status. And then it says a completed interpreter certification documentation form attached to this letter. We're going to see below this. And then it says know your status with DSHS. According to the DSHS website, the temporary reinstatement does not allow the interpreter or translator, once again, to earn missing continuing education credits or other renewal documents or requirements which were due upon the original certification expiration date. So just because you're being reinstated automatically, it doesn't mean that you have time to make up credits that you lost before April 6th, which is the end of this week. Now, with that said, email DSHS your documentation of continuing education. If you don't see it updated in the database, if you think you completed everything, email DSHS your proof of that so they could update it before Saturday. And then if you have any questions about LNI processes, services, what they request, email them at interpretation@lni.wa.gov. Okay, I'm just informing you, they are the source. And then whatever happens by April 6th, whether or not you completed your credits, you are being automatically reinstated until you retest. Or if you're getting a new paper certification from DSHS, you still have to complete this. Everybody has to complete this. Interpreter certification documentation, it says complete and return to LNI as soon as possible, okay? So this is the change right here. You, well, not the change, you have to fill out this information, your name, email, provider number, certification number, and expiration date. If you have both certifications that you submitted to LNI, please update both. If you retested and got a new one before April 6, update LNI with your new certification. It says right here, check the appropriate boxes. So what you do is, check this box if my updated certificate authorization is being submitted with this form. Okay, the updated one, if you got a new one, it's updated, submitted with this form. It says right here, please do not send old certificates with this form. Only new certificates issued after April 6, 2019. So if you haven't lost your certification, if you completed your continuing education credits, if you're not losing anything, please do not send your certification. Just fill out this part right here and send this form. Now, if you get a new one, if you got a new one because you retested before April 6th, then by all means, send a new one, especially if it's issued after April 6, 2019. Does that make sense? Not if it's issued before. Now, and it says if you want to check this box, if you want to be added to the email service for regular updates about issues affecting interpreters, check that box there so you get information straight from them. And then ways to send your information to LNI, that's the email. You could fax it, you could mail it, just email. It's fast. It's actually faster. If you need to update your provider account with LNI, that's another thing. Like, let me rephrase this. If you retested and got your new certification, sorry, I should have said it better. If you had your new certification before April 6, you could actually update your information or other account information available at lni.wa.gov, claims in providers becoming update. Well, you see it right here, this link. I will have all these links in the description box of this video. You can actually contact the provider credentialing unit, and I'll give you a phone number and a contact person to you call and talk about these things. Now, there is also once again, the interpretation at lni.wa.gov. Okay, now, with that said, let me click this off. I hope this has been informational. And with that said, I got to tell you this. this is a good thing. I know that the continuing education credit system, it's actually for our own benefit. We need to be held accountable. We need to, become better. We need to be better trained. And I know it's a crisis because a lot of interpreters tend to lose their continuing education, system and their certifications because of that. So yes, this temporary reinstatement that's automatically will give you time, will give us time to those that are losing it, by the way, to retest. At the same time, key things to remember is this is just to announce that it's automatically reinstated. After April 6th, once again, you will not have an opportunity to remake or make up for those credits that you didn't do. However, April 6th, I think will be by this weekend, right? Let me check right here. And it'll be on Saturday, right? With that said, I am going to be having 2 more continuing education workshops, and those are going to be LNI ethics. Ethics in the LNI system. It's a little bit differently than what you have seen online with the DSHS website. It is focusing on the LNI ethics issue and patient navigation explanation and what it is and how it relates to LNI interpreters. And so these 2 workshops are going to take place tomorrow, tomorrow Wednesday, today's Tuesday, tomorrow Wednesday from 7 to 9 and Thursday from 7 to 9 at Physio Health Clinic in Kent. That's the office of Dr. Makovsky in Dr. Hans' office. And so if you're interested, if you still have 1, 2, 3, or 4 credits, you could come to both workshops and get it. Now, this ethics credit, it's worth 1 ethics credit and 1 general credit. However, if you have all 4 of your ethics credits, each workshop is going to be worth 2 general credits for you. So if you have up from 1 to 4 credits that you need to complete or any ethics credits, come to these workshops and I'll help you out. It's free. It's sponsored by UFC, as you know. And that's it. This is the end of this video. God bless you. Thank you for paying attention, and I hope this has been informational. And please remember to check all the links in the description box below. God bless.